Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with Zany Zoo again. I can't stop it. I love this stamp set and I am having so much fun pairing it in with the new colours. So this is the stamp set. Isn't it gorgeous? It's got the most adorable characters on it and I love it. Today I'm going to be playing with the raccoon. Again, I've done a few with him already. Today I'm using some different colours though, so that's quite exciting, I think. So what I want to do is I'm going to want to stamp him up on some scrap paper first. So I've just got some basic white cardstock. This is the thinner one because that's the one that the blends work the best with. And I'm just inking him up with Memento. Memento if you're using blends, if you're using the Stampin' Write markers, that's when you use your stays on. You don't want to mix alcohol and alcohol, otherwise you'll get smears. So with this one, I'm playing with Lemon Lolly, and I'm just going to colour in the alternate balloons. I'm doing the dark on the right hand side, then I'm going to merge it in with a light so I get a really good blend going on those. And then the other balloons I'm going to be doing in Bubble Bath. So these are both new Stampin' Up colours. They're part of the new collection, which means they'll be sticking around for a bit. And I am super excited by it. I loved So Saffron, so when that went I thought I was going to miss it. But Lemon Lolly is just a little bit brighter, a little bit zestier. And I'm quite happy about that. Whereas Bubble Bath, I didn't think we had a cute baby pink before. We had some that were corally, we had some that were sort of dirty pinks, but we didn't have like a bright, fresh baby pink, and now we've got one, so I'm super excited. These are light and dark smoky slate, which we've had for ages, forever and a day, and I love. So I'm doing his tummy, his mask, his ears, his hands, and his tail in these. And I'm mixing them up between the dark and the light just so I can get a real good blend going on the two. Okay, he's a really cute raccoon. I suppose if you're part of the animal kingdom, raccoons being sort of more sort of vermin in a way, aren't they, I think? You probably wouldn't invite them to your party, but you'd invite this dude. It's quite cool. He looks fun. The rest of his body I'm going to colour with light grey granite. Now with the light grey granite, I'm not going to be picky. I'm not going to just go round all the white bits. I'm just going to colour over the whole lot of him. I'm going to bring in some of the mask. I'm just going to colour over it so that the whole thing blends together really, really nicely. Okay, so you can see I'm going straight over his tummy. I'm not caring. And I'm just colouring in all of the bits until he's done. Isn't he cute? So there are dies that match this in the catalogue. I don't have them, so I'm going to just take it off camera and I'm going to snip them down. And then here we go. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at him with his little balloons. So then for the rest of the card, I'm building this up on a 10.5 by 14.8 piece of cardstock. This is the same size as a card base, so when this goes on the card base, it will fit perfectly. We've got a new punch. It's the 2 3/8 of an inch punch. Really nice big circle with this. And we've also got some sentiments in the stamp set. So with this one, I'm going to do Happy Birthday to You to go with his balloon. So first up, because the punch is too big for the sentiment, I'm just going to punch myself out a circle. This is Bubble Bath. That's the paper, Bubble Bath. So you can see it matches my balloons. This is the best thing about Stampin' Up. Once you've got your colours, they all match. You can get ribbon that matches, card that matches, ink that matches, your blends, your pens, your paper, anything you want, it all matches. And that's really, really handy. Before I was a demonstrator, I used to do wedding invites and wedding stationery. And trying to get the colours that matched all the time. You'd place an order and then you'd be making things and then you'd realise, do you know what, I want a bit more of that colour, and you'd order it, but because it was on a different ream, it would come out with a different shade. Not the Stampin' Up stuff, it stays the same, which is really handy. So I'm using this confetti, and what I've done is I've used the circle that I've punched out. I've drawn around it to give myself a stencil of exactly where. Can you believe this was a new chamois when I started this week? done a lot of crafting and I've made it really messy. But I've drawn around that circle, so I've got a shape of where the sentimenty bit's going to be. And now I'm just putting the confetti around it. This was just because my cardstock was looking just a bit naked and I just wanted to give it just a bit of texture in the background. So I've just stamped around the circle. I mean, now you could have just done that anywhere and not bothered with cutting yourself a frame out. I just thought I would draw the frame so I could see where everything was going. So you can see how the card's going to sit now. I'm just inking up my sentiment and putting it on the bottom. But what I decided to do was I've decided to stamp it onto a separate piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to cut it out and add it on so that it actually sits up on a dimension and it's sat as a panel. So get your snips again. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to snip across the top, leave a big enough gap, and then I'm going to flag it. So what I do with that is I do a snip up the middle and then I snip both corners into the middle. Okay. I didn't like it. I didn't think I got it straight, so I played with it a bit more. But that's how that's going to be, and that's going to stick on the card like that. And then I've just got to put all my dimensionals on. So I've been using this dimensional bit for a bit now, working from the edges. I'm using the big dimensionals in the centre of the circle. But what's the great thing about these dimensional packs is you can always use the sides. So if you've got a smaller surface, you can cut off a little bit at the side and use that there. I don't have that with this, but that's always the plus about our dimensionals. So I've stuck my raccoon down. I'm now sticking the sentiment down. And there we go. Isn't that a really cute but quite a quick and easy card to do? We've also got matching paper with a Zany Zoo, so if you thought it was taking too much time doing the stamping and the colouring, you could use some of the DSP because they've got images on there. It's really pretty. So I'm just adhering the back of the cardstock now, and I'm going to stick that onto the base of the card. I keep my bases of the card at the side of the desk, so all I need to do is just burnish it because I've already cut them and scored them. And then I can stick the top on and pretty much finished. A couple of embellishments just to give it a final sort of zhuzh and get it looking a bit glitzy. So for that, I'm going to be using iridescent rhinestones. Love these. They are really, really glitzy and really blingy. So I'm only putting a few on, but I've just put it on there for a bit of glitter. And there is the finished card. What do you think? I love this stamp set. I'm addicted to it. Zany Zoo. It's my favourite new stamp set. And here's the finished project. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Everything I've used today is available from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop me a like or leave me a comment. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and come back for more content. I also have an Instagram page that I'm trying to grow at the same time. It's @slimandstylish, and every like or follow helps. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye.